guys, and welcome back to my channel. Mysterious T uploaded a video on Trisha Paytas this week, and when Mysterious goes in, she goes in. This is actually a part 3 in her Trisha Paytas series, and this particular video focuses on the alleged stalker, in quotation marks, that Trisha claimed to have, and how the story kind of crumbles apart. So the story goes, Trisha has a fan from the beginning of her social media career by the name of Daniel E. Carroll, and he became a fan of Trisha long before she really had any fans to speak of. Trisha, of course, loved having a fan and actually stated that her and Daniel had become friends.
Somebody watches me and thinks that we would be great friends, like, tweet me, Facebook me, do whatever it takes, because I'm so freaking excited that me and Daniel Carroll have become friends. Like, Daniel's like awesome. He's been like he'll never say a bad thing about me ever. Thank you, Daniel.
As you can see, she even encouraged other people to do the same, and she was enjoying meeting new people and making new friends through this new social media presence that she was cultivating. Trisha and Daniel would DM, communicate on Twitter and other platforms, would even purchase her books and do reviews of them, to which Trisha would comment saying thank you, XO, etc. But of course, at some point, everything had to start falling apart. It's Trisha, but she did this giveaway contest where the prize was a Skype call with her, and Daniel ended up being one of the winners. But in true Trisha style, she kept putting it off and making excuses, and even though she promised this Skype call would happen, alas, it did not. Mysterious actually had Daniel in her video for an interview where he described what happened with this contest prize even further. Trisha apparently did schedule a time and date to do this Skype call, but she just didn't show and just left Daniel waiting forever. Trisha ended up blaming her boyfriend at the time, Anthony Michael Hall. This situation did not sway Daniel's support of Trisha though, as he did remain a fan regardless of the way that she treated him for that giveaway prize. But not too long after, during Trisha's breakup from Sean Vanderwelt, there was some really hateful things being said from one of his fans to one of Trisha's fans. Trisha posted an emotional apology in response to that, in defending her fan, and this sort of upset Daniel as he felt that he had defended her for years and she never said anything to defend him like she did for this other fan. Daniel tweeted about this, basically just venting and expressing his feelings, but note that he did not tag Trisha. And allegedly, Trisha tweeted saying that she was, quote, scared.
Unfollowed me, posted it publicly that I was somehow threatening her and scaring her. She wasn't going to call any more of her fans because of me. And then blocked me, so she wouldn't have to see the obvious aftermath.
This is something we've seen from Trisha so many times over the years, and it's a common thread on the subreddit in regard to her feeling like a victim when there may be no basis for this fear. In addition to that, because of Trisha saying that she felt this way, her fans then attacked Daniel, calling him some of the worst names under the sun. Trisha also tweeted about 4 days after Daniel posted that video that she went from having an online stalker to a real-life stalker and she needed help. During Mysterious's tea video on all of this, she covers the Daniel situation mainly, but also dives into the lies surrounding the infamous and problematic Trump video as well as the guru gossip situation. Not unlike the subreddit, Trishyland and Trishyland Wifeys, Trisha had an obsession with keeping up with the negative attention she would receive on this website. But anyway, a thread was created on that site where the OP asked, "Do you think Trisha's followers will ever drop below 2 million?" To which another user hilariously fully predicted Trisha's upcoming 5 years on social media, and even guessed that she would drop a My Stalker Story video to try and cling onto some relevance online. They were completely correct in that prediction, and the literal next day Trisha uploaded her stalker story to YouTube. And that video where Trisha says that she is truly scared and doesn't know what to do as the police can't do much about online stalkers, and it's apparently about Daniel E. Carroll, someone who supported Trisha from the very beginning. Keep in mind, this video was posted during the time the internet was furious with Trisha for uploading the Trump video, so she was in the weeds of internet hate, and honestly, this was likely a ploy to deflect the attention or garner some sympathy, or at least change the headline on why she was being talked about, in my opinion, of course.
I get
threads. They eventually stop. People stop contacting me. They move on with their lives. Well, this person has no life to move on with except for mine, and that's what terrifies me. And I don't know what set this person off. I don't know what happened.
That's so mean. Literally, like, we saw this guy talking about Trisha and how he just wanted to support her and was a big fan from the get-go, and now she's just using this for attention and saying that he doesn't have a life when he's just been trying to be your fan is so cruel. Mysterious T actually breaks down in her video the entire past relationship between Daniel and Trisha and says that she has many times called him a friend. There were screenshots of DMs between the two of them, and she regularly engaged with him during live streams. So in my opinion, it seems that once she no longer needed his support due to gaining a mass amount of followers, but she did need attention or at least a deflection away from something problematic, she had no problem throwing him under the bus and accusing him of being a stalker. And that's really telling of someone's character, honestly. During Trisha's stalker video, she accuses Daniel of having made up a relationship between them because she had called him a friend. She says that she became scared of him because he, quote, crossed the line many times, but she didn't want to confront him about it ever because she didn't want to set him off. But can I ask, if you were scared, do you really think a public video talking about him and shaming him and accusing him of this was somehow a good idea? Thoughts? Mysterious also sort of comments on this during her upload by saying that at the time of the stalker video, Trisha was well aware of how her fans can be when she posts stuff like this. And even though she claims to have not wished any ill will or harm on Daniel, it doesn't take a genius to know that her fans would have taken this and ran with it to attack him. And she literally said this.
I'm so freaking excited that me and Daniel Carroll have become friends. Like, Daniel's like awesome.
So like, it was way more than just having a fan that you were being nice to. She was actively friends with this person and responded to him all the time and talked to him for years. So it's not like he was messaging and she never replied and then all of a sudden he was mad. Also, this entire situation is kind of reminding me of exactly what Trisha said about Gabby Hanna. If you guys remember that drama at the time, Trisha said that, oh, we had just met once and then Gabby couldn't stop messaging me. Like, I don't understand why she thought we were best friends. Like, maybe because you were making it sound like you guys were friends. Like, stop gaslighting people into wondering why they thought you guys were friends. Like, you were clearly just being fake nice to them. Mysterious also shares numerous comments from Trisha to Daniel on his YouTube videos, along with numerous tweets directly to him from her.
His videos about me, his whole channel is videos about me to me, and then the support on his last video saying why he's mad at me, why I upset him.
Which she was loving until he spoke out about how his feelings were hurt. So now all of a sudden the videos that she was commenting love on and retweeting and sharing are creepy. Also, I should note that of course just because someone you follow may be friendly with you on a regular basis, it doesn't mean that you have a relationship. But Daniel did not misread this and didn't invent a romantic relationship between the two. And he always addressed her and spoke about her saying, my friend.
Honestly, if I did not hear from Daniel Carroll one day, I would be so concerned. I would be so sad. I would be sad and concerned.
During Mysterious's coverage on this, she explains when Trisha shared the back-to-back messages she would get from Daniel, and they mainly said good morning or good night. He says that the reason for this was because Trisha had once said that she wished someone would wish her good mornings and good nights, and he even apparently asked her if this was okay for him to do, as he says that he is autistic and often doesn't pick up on context clues. Trisha told him, no, this is totally fine, I like it and would worry if I didn't hear from you. So when Trisha shared her video about the stalker and showed these back-to-back messages, she wasn't being entirely transparent or truthful, as the messages she did not show were her responding all the time. Mysterious also points out that in Trisha's stalker video, she says it's not normal behavior to continue to tweet and Facebook someone when they're done with you. People should move on. It's not normal behavior. All the while, Trisha very much harassed Ethan, Jason, Sean, Charlie D'Amelio. This list can go on and on and on. And what's more, Daniel told Trisha on multiple occasions to let him know if he was being too much. But instead of that, she publicly named him. So what are your guys' thoughts on that? But anyway, after that stalker video, Trisha received a message from Daniel's mother, who was understandably furious with her and proceeded to tell Trisha exactly what she thought about her. Trisha was then quoted in an article talking about her, quote, stalkers, saying that she was really scared and takes threats very seriously. But Mysterious T makes a good point in saying that considering how quickly Trisha shared the messages from Daniel E's mom, and note basically doxed her by sharing these because she didn't blur out any information. If there was any more threats, don't you think that she would have shared those as well? Like, for someone that is making videos publicly talking about this, you would think that she would show the threats and messages, right? Trisha even went as far as to say that Daniel made it out to California and slept in her bed. But bear in mind, Daniel does not drive because of his disability, and according to Mysterious, he has never flown. He lives in Kentucky, so I doubt very much he made it to California and stalked Trisha this way, right?
There's been at least 4 times when I've magically appeared in LA, and a couple times breaking into her house, and one time even sleeping in her bed.
Mysterious T maintains the theory that Trisha used Daniel and spun this whole stalker story to get sympathy and distract people from the Trump video that she posted that ended up in so much backlash. She lost hundreds of thousands of followers because of that Trump video, and Trisha's go-to response when she's faced with negativity is to spin something into her being a victim. And the Daniel situation wasn't the first or the last time that she's done this. Mysterious asked Daniel what he would say to Trisha if he could say anything, and really he just wants an apology. He doesn't want her in his life or vice versa and will never be a fan again, but he would like to Google his name and it not be a thing on the internet that he is this alleged stalker. Mysterious also shared a clip of a past video that Daniel had uploaded where he explained exactly why he was such a big fan of Trisha to begin with. He explains that due to his autism, he often makes references that people don't understand, which I could see being very isolating, but his mother would call this speaking Daniel. He talks about a time where he was chatting with Trisha on Facebook and he made one of these references and she completely understood him. He says that she spoke Daniel, and from that moment he felt seen and understood, and it helped him put himself out there. Daniel said in that clip that he was proud to be a Trisha fan and honored to be her friend, and to be honest guys, I literally almost cried at that clip because he just seemed so nice and like he really was just this big fan of Trisha, and for her to publicly call him this stalker and embarrass him and take all the niceness back is so mean and it's so sad and I hate it. But in addition to Mysterious calling out Trisha for what she did to Daniel Carroll, she also uncovers the lies around the Trump video. Trisha posted that initial Trump support video while she was dressed as Marilyn Monroe, and it was an obvious troll, but a different Trump support video, the one that generated all that hate and ended up in her using Daniel as that distraction, that one she said that she was not trolling. But then cut to a few years later, 3 to be exact, when the video is resurfaced, Trisha posted an apology video saying that this was like the 5th time she's apologized for this and she's not a Trump supporter and she never was and it was a joke, but that's a lie. Mysterious did the digging and says that no apology was ever made. So it's just a whole bundle of lies there again. But that's actually not the main issue. Mysterious says in her upload that Trisha made this very serious, at least serious seeming video about supporting Trump, where she acknowledges that she has a large following and could potentially spread support for him at that time of the election. So to knowingly go into a video like that, joke or not, you could be influencing people's political opinions. So why do it? Why do that if you're allegedly joking? Clearly what was actually happening there, in my opinion, is Trisha got a wild hair about doing this political thing, and she meant what she said. She did support Donald Trump at the time and wanted to use her platform for that. I think that she was serious in that video. But then, of course, seeing the backlash and then not actually being able to distract people, and then it resurfacing again 3 years later, she realized she needed to backtrack, so she called it a troll and not serious.
Please don't take this video as offensive, as saying you're wrong, as saying I'm right, or as a trolling video, because this video is 100% none of those things. I have done a why I'm voting for Donald Trump video, sort of trolling in the past.
She is clearly serious. If you watched any Trisha videos for any length of time, you can see her and hear that she is serious in this video. And I would literally bet anything that if she had got more support on this upload and less backlash, she would have still kept these opinions.
You know, I feel like it is our duty to pick a leader that is going to do what's best for our country. I just wanted to make this video maybe to show a different side, or maybe explain a little bit more of where I think Donald Trump is coming from and what's going to do for our country without necessarily the crazy antics that come along with Donald Trump.
But anyway, in that apology video that she posted, Trisha says that the political trolling videos when she would dumb herself down got a lot of views, and the Mitt Romney one that she made in the past literally paid her rent, so that's why she did it. And I don't know. I don't buy it. Mysterious C says that Trisha tried her hardest to get this video and any trace of this video off the internet, and that she did this by copyright claiming anyone and everything that had any snip of this video, which I think we can confirm is a very Trisha move. But you want to know what else Mysterious uncovered? Even though Trisha did her best to remove any traces of this video from the internet, she did not remove the tweets that showed her pretty obvious support for Trump after his election. I'm dying from the cringe of that, and that isn't me stating any form of political opinion or anything. It's literally because of how obvious it is that she's lying. But anyway, that is the tea on Mysterious's newest upload on Trisha. This is the third part in her series on her, and the first part was uploaded over a year ago. So Mysterious has been working crazy hard on these, and I implore you to go check them out in full if you have the time. That's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the Hot Tea channel, and hit that notification bell. And here is some eye bleach.